Today we will learn CSS colors in a very simple way. In CSS, we can write colors in many different formats like color names, HEX, RGB, HSL, and more. In this video, I'll show you how each format works and how you can use them in your designs. So let's jump in. First, we're going to start with named colors. Named colors are basically predefined color names that we already use. According to MDN, CSS has 140 predefined color names. In VS Code, when you start typing a color name, Emmet will automatically suggest all the color names starting with that letter. One cool thing, the order of colors shown in VS Code suggestions is the same as MDN. So now, for example, I'm setting the color to purple. When you don't want any background color, you can simply use the transparent keyword. This removes the background color and makes it fully see-through. Now let's talk about hexadecimal color format, also called HEX color. In HEX, the first two characters represent red, the next two represent green, and the last two represent blue. If we add two more characters at the end, that becomes alpha, opacity. Hex colors can be written in 3-value, 4-value, 6-value, and 8-value formats. HEX is also case-insensitive, so lowercase and uppercase letters both mean the same. Each color component in HEX is written using numbers 0 to 9 and letters A to F. For example, you can use alpha like this. By default, the alpha value is set to 0.6, and you can change it to control how transparent the color should be. The lower the alpha value, the more transparent the color becomes. In HEX, when all values are F, the color becomes pure white, and when all values are 0, the color becomes pure black. You can also select solid colors or gradients from the website Colors.co. This website has a huge collection of color palettes with HEX codes that you can easily copy and use in your designs. Another website is colorhunt.co. It works similar to Colors.co. You can explore and pick colors that match your style and use them in your projects easily. Now let's talk about the RGB color format. RGB stands for red, green, and blue. In VS Code, when you type RGB, Emmet will suggest all RGB formats. Each value goes from 0 to 255, and by mixing these three values, we can create any color. For example, if I set red to 230, green to 59, and blue to 122, you'll see a dark pink color. If I add alpha 0.5, the color becomes 50% transparent. Alpha 1 means fully solid, and alpha 0.1 means 10% transparent. These values are integer values, and you can also use percentages. You can also write RGB without commas, but if you use alpha without commas, it won't work. For alpha, you need to use a slash, and then it works correctly. When we use the opacity property, it makes the entire element transparent, including text, borders, and everything inside it. When we use alpha, it makes only the color transparent. The background stays the same, and other content inside the element doesn't change. So always remember, opacity affects the whole element. If you want to make only the color transparent, use a color format with alpha. Now let's talk about the HSL color format. HSL stands for hue, saturation, and lightness. In HSL format, the first value, hue, is an integer, and saturation and lightness are percentage. Hue is basically the color wheel from 0 degrees to 360 degrees. Saturation controls how strong or faded the color is, and lightness controls how light or dark the color looks. If lightness is 0%, the color becomes black, and if lightness is 100%, the color becomes white. When saturation is 100%, the color is fully strong, and when it's 0%, there is no color at all. Inside the color palette, moving the pointer changes saturation and lightness, and changing the hue slider changes the actual color. Hue values go from 0 to 359, and you can write hue using degrees or turns. Both work. You can also add alpha for transparency using HSLA. And if hue is not set, then the color depends only on saturation and lightness. Now let's talk about the HWB color format. HWB stands for hue, whiteness, and blackness. Hue is the main color value, just like in HSL, and it goes from 0 degrees to 360 degrees. Whiteness controls how much white is mixed into the color, and blackness controls how much black is mixed. When whiteness is 100%, the color becomes fully white. When blackness is 100%, the color becomes fully black. In both cases, changing the hue doesn't make any difference. You can also add an alpha value at the end to control transparency. Now let's talk about the LAB color format. LAB stands for lightness, A, and B. For example, here the lightness is 70%, A is 60, and B is 20. In this format, lightness controls how light or dark the color is, and the A and B channels control the color tones. The A-axis goes from green to red, and the B-axis goes from blue to yellow. Now let's talk about the LCH color format. LCH stands for lightness, chroma, and hue. Here I set lightness to 50%, chroma to 83, and hue to 313. Lightness controls how light or dark the color is. Chroma controls how strong or intense the color looks. And hue controls the main color value, just like HSL. Now let's talk about the OKLAB color format. OKLAB is a newer color model that matches how humans see color, gives more accurate results than LAB, and is great for smooth color transitions and better visual results in modern CSS. Now let's talk about the OKLCH color format. OKLCH stands for lightness, chroma, and hue, and it's based on OKLAB. In OKLCH, lightness controls how bright or dark the color is, chroma controls how strong or intense the color looks, and hue controls the main color tone.